I'm in problem 19 and I'm asked to do something a little bit different at this point. I have a verbal description of a set, the plane perpendicular to the x-axis at the point 0, 0, -2, and I need to describe this in terms of the solution set to some algebraic equation. But first I'm going to use set notation. So I'm going to describe this set that's verbally described that way using set notation, you know, the squigglies. Now I've drawn the point 0, 0, 2, which was a mistake. I should have drawn 0, 0, -2. Looking back at the text, that actually is not part A, it's part C. 0, 0, -2. And I've drawn 0, 0, 2. That was another mistake. Okay. There's the point 0, 0, -2. Okay, so I need a plane perpendicular to the x-axis. That means it'll be parallel to the y-z-axis. This plane will be, lying parallel to my piece of paper here, to that back wall. And it will pass through 0, 0, -2. Hey, wait a minute. The plane that's perpendicular to the x-axis and goes through 0, 0, -2, well, it contains that point, 0, 0, -2, and everybody to the side of it, and everybody above it, and everybody out in this plane in that direction. It would be, maybe I can use my accident, my drawing of 0, 0, 2 to my advantage. Okay, so how am I going to draw this plane? I've drawn this line passing underneath the x-axis because it's back in that wall. Okay, so it's this plane. Boy, shading seems dangerous because the whole plane, that's actually the YZ plane, right? Is the set of ordered triples where x is 0 and y and z are real numbers. R and R3. Now, there's a set description. Or you know what I could do? I could do it this way. The set of x, y, and z triples in R3 such that, oh yeah, so the only restriction is that x is equal to 0. This is the solution set to the algebraic equation if I write x is equal to 0, wait a minute, if all I wrote on the page was x is equal to 0, you wouldn't know whether this was an equation in 1 variable, in 2 variables, or in 3 variables, or in 5 variables. So in order to really do a good job here, I should say the solution set to the algebraic equation in 3 variables. Okay. So I'm going to say x is equal to 0 is an algebraic equation in 3 variables. Oh yeah, but you don't see the other 3 variables, right? So they're invisible in some sense. Actually, that equation in 3 variables is completely equivalent to x plus 0 times y plus 0 times z is equal to 0. All right, so now it looks a bit more like an equation in 3 variables. That's a sneaky little thing that I think just too many authors and professors do not point out. That when you write x is equal to 0 and you don't specify whether you're talking about an equation, an algebraic equation in 1 variable, 2 variables, or 75 variables, you're just being vague. So verbally you can say the algebraic equation in 3 variables, x is equal to 0, and then tacitly the other 2 variables are y and z. Or you can write your equation in this kind of form to make those 3 variables explicit.